Hey Virgos, welcome and welcome back to the Honey Sea Star Tarot. So this is going to be our weekly read from January 12th through the 18th. Can you believe we're already halfway through January? I can't. Before we get started though, I just wanted to say thank you guys for all your love and support. Seriously, this channel would not be what it is without each and every one of you guys. So I love you back. Let's see what's going on for this week. So as we enter this week, the moon is going to be in Cancer, so it's all about feelings, deeper connections, how we talk to ourselves as well. But it's also the moon is currently in opposition with Mercury, which happens to be in Capricorn. Us being ruled by Mercury, you very well may feel this, but basically it's a time where our spiritual gifts are heightened. The moon also during this time is going to be trine with Venus, which is in Pisces. And so it'll bring out the dreamer in us. But most importantly, especially connected to Venus, it's a dreaming aspect associated with basically all things in regards to healthy, unconditional love or agape love. love. Anyway, agape love. I can talk. And so this is really where your focus is as you walk into the full moon on January 13th. And really coming into this week here, with the Page of Pentacles, this is where energetically it's the arrival of good news, especially on material things. But this is also where you're walking into the week well-grounded, especially after the 111 portal. For those that haven't seen it or the weekend read, check them out. But this is all about staying focused and staying focused on new ventures coming into 2025 and coming into this full moon in Cancer, which is on the 13th. Now, the full moon in Cancer here on the 13th is also known as the wolf moon. It represents new beginnings and it energizes us Virgos, especially in our social networks and our friendships. But it brings out a focus on nurturing our dreams that have been manifested particularly and specifically since about the middle of last year. So think back to June of 2024. This is where it's really about nurturing those dreams, caressing them. Might not have got her there, just saying. But either way, it's on these goals here that basically you've been working at for quite some time. You're going on 7 months, you're walking into a new year, especially with networking and friendships. Some of you, it could have involved a move, a relocation, and really making those friendships. But the wolf moon is all about howling at the moon. It's howling your song. And with the 7 of coins here, 6, sorry. I do not know why I cannot count here today. All right. So with the 6 of coins here, this is all about universal balance that's in your favor. So if you had a goal that you were pursuing mid-June last year, something came to a point here that really put the brakes on it or altered your path. This is where basically the universe is coming in here this week with this full moon to balance those scales for you again. This is where rewards will be coming in. If things were taken from you, like I say, if the path was altered, this is where you're getting back on that path. You're receiving instead of giving at this time. And where you were giving mid-June, or mid-2024, towards the end of 2024, is really where you'll be receiving from now is the time. This is where the scales are balancing. And you will very likely see it manifest in the way of a financial opportunity. But with Virgos, especially with our wheelhouse really being focused on relationships, and with the Cancer moon with Wolf moon being in Cancer, this is where it brings intimacy and understanding to relationships, to our closest relationships. It also enhances our intuition and our emotional insights. So relationships that you started building in June or came into contact with, you're seeing them as they are now, not as you want them to be. You're seeing through deceptions, through delusions, through illusions, but most importantly, you're utilizing your intuition. And with this wolf moon, it's also an opportunity, or ushers in an opportunity for creative breakthroughs. Now is the time to reflect on what represents our source of security and how we're drawn to creating a source of security in our relationships. But it's also a time that influences our personal development, our creative expression. particularly when it comes to nurturing our dreams, nurturing what we started building, our creative endeavors that we started building in June of 2024 or mid 2024. And so no pressure at all, but if you feel comfortable, share in the comments below what you are working on, what this full moon, this full wolf moon ushers in for you, where you're redrawn to those creative and romantic expressions for yourself, or where it reignites your passions and your artistic endeavors. And with the 3 or 4 cups here, what I see here as well, like I say, I feel like something altered your path mid-June 2024, mid-year 2024. And it could have caused you to lose a focus, or to a stagnation, or when you're looking back at that time comparatively to now, you're sensing a feeling of boredom. This is where, with this full moon, a new path will present itself that basically gets you back on track, where these 3 cups, oh my goodness, are off to the side, where you're now focused on something else. It's now the time where you're receiving, something is coming in. The divine, the universe is offering you something good, and it's got a new blessing involved with it. There's a new bloom. It will cause a bloom to ignite through a new path. Also, too, what I see here is it could be a choice, a decision of choosing between 2. Could be looking at a relocation even, or a new opportunity, options in some ways. And it also could require travel, or at least fast movement is kind of how I would look at it. And so this is where, like I say, it's time to reignite your passions, leap into artistic endeavors, or leap back into artistic endeavors. And remember that what was altered here is not hopeless. This is the time where, like I say, something altered your path that left you feeling entrapped, left you feeling cornered, left you feeling powerless, could have ignited some fear that basically not only caused you to alter your path, but caused you to hold back from expressing your personal development, expressing your emotional purification. With this full moon, now is the time to cleanse yourself of that energy. Oh, goodness, thank you. That one just leaped out there, so, my goodness. Well, okay, I'm seeing here now. So it's basically a fear of your hard work not paying off. There was something about it where you're feeling unrewarded, or it came into being an unrewarded aspect. This is the return from travel. So if you had been, it caused you to move away, now you're moving back. But more importantly, what I also see in that is that it really caused you to lead back into your hermit self and go within. Instead, now is the time, I just want to pull all these out to get a good idea. Because what I'm seeing is now is the time where there's an arrival of prosperity. And again, it's like where what altered your path, where it led to an unrewarding ending, basically, or divergent. Now is where prosperity is coming in. This is where there's personal satisfaction. The fruits of your labor are being grown. And again, that's where it's like my mind is pulled back to, it almost makes me feel like a morning glory, where it's the sun will rise again and the flowers only bloom in the sun. And so that's where Spirit is really ushering you, is to get back to that light, get back to that time, that energy. And that's what that full wolf moon will bring in this week. Also, too, on the 14th, we're going to get a leg up because the moon's going to be moving into Leo. This is all about dominance, confidence, and going after, more importantly, what we desire. And so what I see in that, again, it's like the arrival of good news. There's exploration, there's excitement, but more importantly, where you were feeling entrapped before, there's now a freedom in your creativity. You may be, spirits, and this doesn't surprise me actually, because we also have, we also have on the 15th, the sun, which is in Capricorn, being in opposition with Mars. And so it kind of brings out this wild nature of us where we're drawn to gambling or haste, overexertion. Spirit's also forewarning you during this time because there's a lot of excitement. There's going to be a lot of movement, again, with the travel aspects over here. But you may, just be aware of the stress or feeling overburdened or over responsibility, holding too much responsibility or feeling overwhelmed or spreading yourself too thin. This is about exhibiting on the 15th, especially when we've got the moon in Leo, to really exhibit and keep grounded with your self-control. Your instincts may suffer by overexertion or by acting impulsive or in haste. And the overexertion could affect your physical health, particularly the heart. And so this is where don't overwork it, don't overdo it, but also to remember that we're going to get a leg up when it comes to relationships this week. So on the 15th, with the moon being in Leo as well, there's going to be a sextile with Jupiter, planet of positivity, just saying, and it's in Gemini. And so this is a great sextile for coming together in business, family, friend relationships, friendships, partnerships. But this is an opportunity to really learn and gain new skills from each other. There are people that are going to be coming in that you can lean on during this week to really take that education, to really learn from, mentor from, in this start of a new opportunity, a change with your creativity, a change in your energy, but also an opportunity of a window of inspiration. And you could also see some good news coming out of it too. I'm just saying. But main thing is, with this opportunity, don't act in haste, don't be impulsive, but instead wait till the 16th if you're going to be, if you're feeling that lack of self-control. Or learn to be gentle with yourself, because the 16th, it'll get easier. The moon is moving to Virgo. And so this is where we're all about health conscious, right? We're all about balance, analytical aspects, critical aspects, but finding a connection to the past and a reconnection again to past events. Happening in mid-June, there was a change in mid-2024 that you're going to be reconnecting with through, either processing, nostalgia, connection with friendships, relationships, memories. But it's going to allow you to really analyze that aspect, get back onto those passions, reignite those passions with your artistic endeavors. And like I say, no pressure at all, but share your thoughts in the comments below. What you've been, kind of seeing revisit this week or come out that reignites that passion in you. Because this is kind of a really interesting full moon in that way. And I positively love it. It gets its name basically because mid-January, everything gets so cold. And at night, especially if you're in the country and in the woods, it gets so quiet. And so you can really hear the Native Americans basically named it the wolf moon, because it basically represents a time where all you can hear is the wolves howling at the moon, which is just absolutely romantic and very beautiful to me, I think. So I'm just saying, if you agree, put a heart in the comments below. But either way, on the 17th, when we get under this Virgo moon, there's also going to be a trine between the moon and Mercury. And there's going to be a lot of earth to help ground us. And so with this trine, the moon is going to be in Virgo, Mercury is in Capricorn. It's all about your intelligence. It's emotional intelligence, it's knowledge, it's getting into that mastery of skill, that mastery of utilizing those analytical and those critical intentions. And really, it's all about basically a time where if you were feeling foggy about things, if things had gone a different way, those 3 of Cups to the side where now your focus is in a different direction. This is a time where you'll be able to look and process those. You've got the fog parting, basically, where you're learning, you're standing independently, but you're also being practical and you're acting with a sound mind. This is where knowledge is power, and you're really seeking that truth, especially with this trine between Mercury, which of course, being Virgos, we are basically bound to Mercury just like Geminis are. But with the 7 of Swords, this is where if something did pull the veil over your eyes here mid-June and deter your situation, your direction, this speaks to, the 7 of Swords speaks to basically revelations. There's also reparations. This is where what was going on, if there was slander, misrepresentations, someone trying to get one over on you, or deceit, basically what was done in the dark is going to come to light. This is getting caught. This is where people are seeing that. And with the 7, this is about personal challenge, what was hidden, what was mystery, and then what was now seen, gaining the wisdom from what's now seen and recognizing that that was a test, right? That was a test in your faith in a lot of ways. But more importantly, what's underneath that, when that comes to light, when reparations are sought, when you're really looking at this and seeing things for what it is, having the veil basically, or the fog part, this is where your Ten of Cups is, right? This is where what was maybe taken from you at that time had led towards misfortune, towards endings, towards backstabbings. You're now coming into the Ten of Cups. What was basically taken from you is now being returned. It's a turning point, basically. It's good fortune. I also see, too, with 2 tens, this is basically a conclusion to that situation. This is where, again, you know, what led you off course in mid-2024, that you were nurturing, you know, dreams of social networks, working on your social networks and friendships, but also nurturing towards unconditional love of home, stability, structure, creative breakthroughs, sources of security, especially in your emotional endeavors, your dreams. That's now coming to a conclusion. What was taken from you basically is now being returned. I should title this video that, just saying. But on the 17th as well, the sun is going to be sextile with Neptune. And so as the sun moves into Capricorn and also too, Neptune is in Pisces still, which is the dreamer, the visionary. This is an opportunity to work with charitable organizations, work with the community that you were, or reconnect and work with that community that you were working with in June. May also be a focus on animals, and especially with us being a sign of service, the main focus really is that you're standing in your leadership, you're taking center stage, taking your authority, exhibiting that self-discipline and reason, providing support, but more importantly, you're able to read people to provide support to those that need help. And so this is where you'll be not only able to intuitively read people, it could also cause a spiritual awakening, but you may also find that through your artistic endeavors, through your inspirations, you're actually inspiring others at this point who had wronged you in the past to have a spiritual awakening, to understand really, truly, like, was all this worth it coming up against you? Because you're coming across as the King of Swords. You're highly disciplined, you're ambitious, you're also standing in your truth, and you stand for justice and for fair action. And where someone had kept you waiting, or where events had kept you waiting, there's now a completion of that because you're standing in your power and you're taking the Fool's journey. This is a new start, and this is unlimited potential, but what I see in that is where you were restricted, you are now free. And like I say, this is where not only is your story a duality where you had to make a difficult choice, could have endured a stalemate and a new beginning, you're actually causing a spiritual awakening, a new beginning in others with your walk, with your path. And so now is the time to shed light on what had happened, to reconnect and to re-nurture again. Now on the 18th, we are going to be under a Libran moon. And so this is all about closing out the week with the scales balancing, with balance and harmony. And so this is a time too where really people are seeing you, again, if there was slander involved, this is where people are seeing you for who you really are, your optimism, your open-mindedness, also too the cheerfulness, the joy that you bring, the light that you bring, the energy that you bring consistently. And that's the big thing too. I think people are really seeing seeing the BS for what it is, if it was where people had come against you, but also too, you're seeing the BS as well. And also what's going to help us on the 18th is that Venus, which is in Pisces, is going to be conjunct with Saturn, which is in Pisces. And so this is where slander or deceit had come into play that caused relationships to really veer away from each other, or your nurturing of dreams to be altered in your path. This is where you'll be coming back again. You'll be reconnecting that with the ebb and the flow, right, that all energy has. And so you're basically now free to attract what you're meant to because of your wisdom, because of your ability to master your destiny, because you're willing to rise with dignity. But expect that the partnerships that you're reconnecting with, they are truly going to be partners that are coming in to support you during this time. This is also where rules and laws are important to you at this time. And so you're attracting, again, you're seeing through the BS, but you're also attracting those that have a sincerity about them, that have a genuine nature, and you're basically detracting or retracting away from those who are disingenuous, but you're attracting those who are serious and sincere about making change, about calling in change. And it goes to those nurturing dreams, particularly when it's drawn to philanthropic opportunities. Now, I did want to also pull some spirit animal totems like I was kind of doing here. But really what Spirit wants to close this message out with is remind you of the song that you hold in you. Sing the healing songs for the world, the ones that bring positive change. Your inner navigation will always guide you. Nothing can stop you or keep you from your goal. Align with your purpose and the power in your soul, because what you started in mid-2024 is going to rekindle here with a passion, and you are going to hit the ground running this week. This is your higher calling. This is where you have within you all the courage that you need. Whatever put you at a stalemate, tried to take your power from you, you are free from that negative energy. Let go of the past and reclaim your majesty, because now is the time where you will find success and contentment with those that are by your side. Again, there is a no BS nature about this week. Make noble choices for your life and your tribe. This is the time to focus and build the community that's meant for you, that you seek and that you deserve. Surround yourself in kindness and respect. And this is also too where Spirit wants to remind you, as you come back into reigniting these passions, these artistic endeavors, when you take that leap of faith, take the fool's journey that's meant for you, that you started in mid-2024. This is where Spirit is reminding you that you are always prepared. You are the expert of hard work and hard play. Your cheerful and fun disposition is a blessing to everyone. Don't let life's distractions take you off course. Make a plan for the future, and life will give you all you need. And if that resonates, like I say, seriously, I have goosebumps right now. But if that resonates with you guys, by all means, please share your thoughts in the comments below. You know, what you're getting back into, what's being reignited for you this week. Also, too, if this resonated, your support to this channel truly is what makes it a success. And so please, by all means, help support the channel, help support this message. Like, share, subscribe. That way we can help with lifting as many Virgos as we can up and get them back onto the right path that's truly meant for them. Now, I did want to do some oracle cards as well here for some places that'll really help ignite the signs for you so that you can really open your eyes, open your third eye. And so what I see in this is that really it's about taking that rooftop view again. It's about zooming out, getting high, that sounded bad. No judgment there. That is not what I meant. Anyway, what I meant here is that really you have shelter. Spirit is reminding you at this time with the overhead shelter that you indeed are protected. There is a protection above you at this time. What was taken from you will be returned to you, because what's meant for you will never pass you by. But it's also about taking that higher perspective. This is about really zooming out. What you were working on in mid-2024 that you got pulled away from, as you get back into it, as those influences of emotional purification, personal development, creative expression, as you howl at this full moon, this full wolf moon in Cancer, particularly when it comes to intimacy, understanding your closest relationships, enhancing your intuition and your emotional insight, and also having those creative opportunities, the opportunities for creative breakthroughs. This is the time to take that long-term view, that long-term goal. Zoom out away from the details. See things as they are, but stay focused and know that you truly are protected. You can take this leap of faith. It's meant for you. Now, before we go, I do just want to take a look at our major arcana for the music therapy, the color therapy pieces. Side tangent 2, I am working on putting out a video in regards to manifestation. So stay tuned. Let me know your thoughts. I'm really excited to see if you guys like it or not. It'll be a good challenge for me, particularly with enhancing my editing skills and learning something new with it. So stay tuned. I'm excited. Anyway. But what we pulled here for the music therapy piece is an E, a C and an A sharp. And so as you meditate this week here, as you howl under that full moon, and more importantly, as you take on that no BS attitude, see things for how they are, and call in the right partners, and expect, be open to receive the support from the partners that you truly deserve. Try playing around with these chords to open up your energies, detoxify along the way. Also, two-color therapy can really help as well with lifting you up, raising your vibrations. And so try embracing yellows, reds, as well as purples this week. That'll really help ignite that energy. Open up those energies so that you can receive those creative breakthroughs at this time. And then what I also see for affirmation-wise and chakra balance, right now you could be really looking to see the signs with your third eye, with your crown chakra here as well, but also to remembering your confidence with your solar plexus. And so try really focusing on those chakras as you meditate this week. Drink plenty of water, that way you can detoxify as well as rejuvenate along the way. But I just wanted to say I truly, truly appreciate and love each and every one of you guys, and truly am so grateful for your love and support. Until we see each other again, I hope you have a wonderful week, and I'll see you in the next reading.